round out your own roster in Europe.
I think that's the interesting thing right now with Valorant is a lot of the players coming in are X something. Overwatch,
Yeah.
Fortnite, CS 1.6, Source, TF2, Fortnite. Like they're all coming from somewhere. Even in the cases of North America, you've got High Ground, who's a PUBG team, and you know I'm seeing a lot of these teams come in. What I want to see is in like a year and a half, all the new talent, the unknowns, the players who are just now starting to grind, who don't have a currently existing professional career.
Here.
That's what it took us a while to get there in regards to CSGO, to start seeing those players pop up, but I'm excited for that wave, that next generation of pro player. Regardless, we're jumping into the pistol round here. Ex6TenZ starting on the defense. Not surprised to see the build out that we've got. Raze, Sova, Brim, Sage, and Cypher. And actually, it's going to be a mirrored layout on both sides. One of the first times we've actually seen that. I think all tournament long, we haven't seen a direct copy across both teams.
We're already seeing the push in, but unfortunately, pyth walks right through connector, underestimating how close you can get to the portal before you accidentally push your way through. Has to rejoin his group, and they'll be ready to now push through. Happy throwing a slow orb into the back of sight to try to not let anyone rotate around the Tetris. AmandiiNee already getting into position from the showers. Taimou with the early frag, and that spike going down means it's AmandiiNee trying to get a couple of those picks through the smoke. Kryptix will be the one that gets the first blood for his team, and now it's the 4v4 retake. Let's see how they do.
Right here.
AmandiiNee playing this one right as well, playing this one patient, tries to go back. Happy is on the backside stab coming through the showers. So the lurk from Happy behind the play, working out nicely. Kryptix and luckeRRR coming in on the retake as well. pyth now being tasked with holding off the retake. 2 quick shots coming out from pyth. It's now a one-on-one. It's Happy versus the Sova. Happy playing back behind the wall. The position is perfect. pipsoN can't do much about that. And even at the end, a little bit of extra spice, some flavor added in as we see the 1-0 start for Team Taimou.
I really do feel like Happy might be a bit more of a chai tea kind of guy, you know, likes it to be a little bit more exquisite for the road. 2-0 start for him, as well as pyth on the back with 2 quick kills for him as well. Great start for Team Taimou, but we're still a long ways away from the map being finished. Team Ex6TenZ have plenty of time to put some back on the board, and we're seeing the forced buy from the offense. SMGs across the board, and yes, that means you too, Mr. Bulldog. Team Ex6TenZ, they're investing a lot of resources towards the A site. 5 strong, really trying to stop this push, but it's really only one player. It's pyth, who's now lurking towards the showers and has tripwires set up in case there's any cheeky flanks from the defense.
Happy moving in closer and closer towards that hookah area, about to jump out window. They're trying to play this one slow. Little do they know, the B site is completely open. It's empty. There's no one here. Everyone stacked towards A in the round from Team Ex6TenZ. Maybe starting to realize it just a little bit. They're looking for that dart. They can't seem to find it. Not that it matters too much. Everyone stuck in spawn, currently back behind the smoke. Full pistols brought into play from Team Ex6TenZ. Happy wants to drop down a wall, or at least considered it. But they're just setting up and just waiting for this defense to come towards them. You've got the Sage starting to swing out a little wider. That's on screen. He picks one off. There was 1 kill on the flank as well. The round's looking promising right now as not a single casualty comes in until the end there, where AmandiiNee bests Happy in the one-on-one. On screen with the swing, though. There was 2 kills on the round there for the defense. But overall, Team Taimou come out successfully.
Gun here.
They will have now, somehow, some way, the credits to buy some very expensive weaponry. Taimou himself, team captain, having an operator might have been invested from another player, as well as a phantom. A little bit more of a different experience than what I feel like we're generally used to on that 3rd round buy. 2 members, and we talked about this before, potentially dumping a lot of your resources earlier on to get those players to have great success in the rounds ahead. Team Ex6TenZ, of course, have the weaponry to really compete against Team Taimou, so we'll see how this round pans out. For them, should be a simple win when it comes to defense, but Team Taimou definitely have the firepower to make it competitive.
Here.
It's so quiet right now. Nothing happening as we tick down to 1 minute and 10. The only sound currently the few abilities and the pings coming out. Finally, some action pops off. That's going to be over towards the B site. It was the nade coming out from soulcas that found one on the site. Existence playing on the other side of these smokes. Moving back around towards the APC. Refresh on the smokes over towards short. Going to go inside U-Haul. That puts a lot of pressure on AmandiiNee, who's now shifting back behind default. The nade's going to come out. Molly to follow as well. Good control right now coming out from Team Existence to try and delay this push as they run wide. Pit's going to run right into the Molly. Eats that damage, but survives. Meanwhile, Existence changing positions to the backside of site. Only going to get one as Happy goes vertical, getting up on top of the boxes. And from that top rope, he will pretty much win the round. They've secured the site, and the remaining two have no desire to go for it. It's going to be a save coming in from the last two as luckeRRR and the Cypher try and hold on to the gun. Kryptix just grouping up with luckeRRR on the B site.
You know what I'm really wondering? In Happy's early attempts to play this game, whether or not he played in the closed beta or if he really got his hands on it once the game released. I'm going to assume that he had a chance to play throughout the closed beta. I wonder if he had any opportunity to play Jett or Raze. I have a feeling that he likes the verticality. We've seen it in the previous best of 3 up against Team Isaac. And I think he had some great succession getting vertical, or sorry, Team Angel. He had some great succession getting vertical, and I wonder if benefiting from the mobility of, let's say, a Jett or a Raze could give him some better opportunities to get, maybe not taken down like that by Kryptix, but to get those really high angles and get some frags for himself.
Thanks.
Taimou again on that operator. We'll see if that's going to be the impact. We talked about it coming into the series. Is the op-on-op duel going to be as important as we hope? Look at that trap coming out from Kryptix. I love it. Trap goes up high vertically. That is, I guess, to mask off his position over in Cubby. I don't know if I've actually seen that one used yet.
See how it ends up panning out. It does look like Team Taimou are poised towards the B site. Spike, of course, back in the market to make sure that it doesn't get sacrificed earlier on. Still one member towards A, sending out a couple of feelers to make sure nobody's rotating earlier on through short or showers. And luck appears that Orb is being taken, swings around the corner. Pit takes him down. Unfortunately, does not have a buddy system to take one out, and it's Kryptix that will answer back without too long. He'll be taken down by Happy, but beautiful stuff coming out from Existence. Is able to take 2 kills for himself. Orbital Strike, I think he was looking for that, or maybe a couple of smokes. Decides to not use the Orbital Strike. And now it's just a 2v3. It's going to be Taimou now pushing towards A. Little does he know, he's all alone, and it's all up to Pit now to join his teammate.
Kind of disappointed that we won't know what that Cyber Cage does yet. As a main Cypher, I always like watching these creative Tripwire and Cyber Cage placements. Try and bring it into my own personal play. Not that I'm as good as these guys are, but it's nice to see. 3-on-2. Kryptix low on HP as the Cypher. That puts everything kind of onto Taimou's back, who does have the ult available and has the operator as well. So Taimou's going to hold the corner here and watch, and uh-oh, that's a problem. The ult not going to be a factor. It's the ult from the other side. Existence detonates Taimou, taking the Orbital Strike out of the equation here for the attack. The Spike's been stuck. Existence finds a 4K on the round for the first victory here for Team Existence.
Yeah, I think that's great momentum, too. It's a costly round for the side of Team Taimou. Very likely not going to be able to... Oh, yeah, they will still have the economy and the credits to do, but they really need to put one back on the board if they want to continue that economy to be adding money to their pockets. And considering they're off of a loss, I think they only get 1,500 credits, which for them isn't enough to keep their economy rolling in the deep. It's Team Existence now that have some money in the pocket, and they have an operator of their own. It's luckeRRR, who we saw in the previous best of 3 do quite well with it against Team Isaac. We're seeing Taimou already use the operator and getting that early frag onto team captain Existence. That's gotta feel rough for the team.
luckeRRR with the great shot coming out from the op onto soulcas. So again, the up having some impact. As we find ourselves on a 4-on-4, it looks like the spike might move back towards the A site. There's the ult, the orbital strike coming out. AmandiiNee pops the showstopper, fires the rocket just a bit too early. So no damage going to be dealt. Just keep them at bay for the time being. The satchel goes down, but can't even pop it in time as they've already made it out of showers. And pyth is going off, finds 2, and luckeRRR realizes the round is lost. It's time to save. Hanging on to that operator with the white-knuckled grip. It's another round here on the board for Team Taimou.
Yeah, I just have to say, unfortunately for the defense, their positioning was really bad in the retake. They were not really sure where the attackers were located in the post plant. Fortunately for luckeRRR, finds his opposition with the operator, taking out the op and play, very likely going to be picked up. Fortunately for him, sees one behind the tuna can and cannot connect with a shot, won't even risk the shot. Around the corner he goes, and he's just going to get pinched from both sides. Actually cannot exit with the kill, but taking that op out of play is crucial for Team Taimou's success, as they will likely not be able to see their opposition have it in the upcoming round. Team Ex6TenZ do not have a great economy base to build off of after that loss. And when rounds go back and forth, there's not a lot of economy to go around.
The force spy coming in here from the attack, or from the defense, excuse me. A Marshal, a Bucky, a Spectre, and 2 Sheriffs. Sounds like maybe a show you could have about cops. There's the molly going in. The shock dart leads towards Hookah. That's going to push luckeRRR out of position. Taimou now following off the back of that bomb buddy, which is heading over towards short. It won't spot the player over in cubby. You see luckeRRR's got the wall prepped and ready. The wall's going to go up, but just a little too late. pipsoN dies on the site in that time. Ooh, and luckeRRR's off the mark as well with the shotgun. Kryptix has to come in with the save.
soulcas as well, able to answer back onto his alter ego. Not looking so hot for Team Ex6TenZ. The captain himself using the Marshal gets dinked down to 47. Kryptix also having to back up here. There's a 2-pronged approach with all 4 members attacking both sites at the same time. Unfortunately for the defense, the spike's on the opposite side, and already Happy pushes forward. 1 shot, then the second, takes them down. 5 strong here for Team Taimou. Already a great start. You know, I felt this one was going to be a little bit more competitive, but I really do feel like we're seeing one of the best teams in the Valorant Invitational.
Five 5-1 start for Team Taimou. Again, we mentioned it coming into the series. Team Taimou potentially the strongest team in the group, but we weren't sure. We needed to see them face off against Team Ex6TenZ, who also was largely considered one of the strongest teams in the group. And now we're getting to see what it's going to look like. AmandiiNee can't quite get the ADS to work. From on top of the box, it's a raise-on-raise battle that goes the direction of Team Taimou. And luckeRRR's got that operator over on long, playing an aggressive angle. The wall's going to go down. The owl is in. Slow orb coming out from luckeRRR as well. Cyber cage being popped. luckeRRR's trying to get into a better position, dodging that recon dart, trying to avoid potential damage coming their way. There's a molly moving in as well. luckeRRR's in a hot spot right now, but manages to escape long enough to send Happy flying into the nether realm. The attack side at this point has pulled a lot of players over towards B. They're making that call, should we rotate? And there it is. luckeRRR hits the shot through the cyber cage onto pyth, but they've already started to rotate over. That means everything is currently on Ex6TenZ, who's playing U-Haul.
Yeah, soulcas going to try to fish him out there with the utility. The smokes are going to go down, which means the execute is here, but the defense are starting to rush over, and if they can get here in time, they can deny those post-plant positions. Already a couple of shots. soulcas gets taken down extremely low, having to now push through, but he's in a little bit of a difficult scenario. Does not kill that member behind the corner. Finally will do so with the blast pack, and now it's the 3v3. soulcas hiding behind Tetris. Already Taimou with 1, but it's still up to pipsoN trying to push forward while his other teammate on his side, Kryptix, trying to push forward as well, ever so slightly. Knows that 1 is behind the Tetris. Ping's already going to be calling out. They're setting up a little bit of a crossfire. Shots come through, and it's on-screen flanking from U-Haul. That'll take him down. Team Taimou already have 5 on the board over their opposition.
Happy leading the charts right now, 9-4. Not terribly surprising. We've seen that before. Again, the money just continues to be a ever-growing problem for Team Ex6TenZ. We've seen that throughout today as well. Economics have been problematic in general for some of these squads. We'll see what they decide to do here in the eco round. Dart coming out from the Sova. That lands inside the showers to prevent an aggressive push. There was one there already, but they decided to back off. pyth moving into position. 4 players coming up from short. pyth just spamming away, spotting, seeing if anyone's there. There's Ex6TenZ with a great flick onto soulcas, but even better in response is Taimou with the operator.
I feel like Happy needs himself an operator. He's always playing from such height. Needs that range, but he's still going to get the job done with the assault rifle. Fortunately for the defense, it's the Hunter's Fury that'll take down the operator for the offense. Now they have a Hunter's Fury of their own. It's on screen trying to land those shots. Will tag one, but will not seal the deal. And now that spike still has yet to go down. 50 seconds left on the clock. It's AmandiiNee that'll find one. The spray here for pyth. A couple of members already up to no good. Making some trouble in the neighborhood. It is Team Ex6TenZ on the eco that'll come out on top and put one back on the board.
Yeah, they actually walked away with several guns as well. Great eco play coming out. The thrifty round for Team Ex6TenZ. That'll allow them as well to get that op into play. You can see the effect it has on the money. luckeRRR with an operator at 4,800. pipsoN 4,100 with the Phantom in his possession. AmandiiNee, she's got the Vandal and she's got 4K. The only 2 who didn't get guns were Kryptix and Ex6TenZ. So solid round coming out, and that could be a excellent opportunity to kind of flip the switch in this first half. Turn things around. Maybe they close things out 6-6 now. Maybe that's what they needed to get themselves back in the game. You see it in other games like CS. Those eco rounds can be oh so pivotal in turning a game around.
Still Team Taimou. Pretty sure they've got economy to spare despite losing the previous round. On screen, using the owl drone, staying low to the ground, and then getting high so that it doesn't get taken out early. Spots too. Gives them a lot of information, knows that they can push up through hookah, or at least back away and look towards another side. I think they caught 3 there, potentially, and that'll be the quick call for the rotation. Over starting to make their way through the market. No one going to be looking towards showers, though, so it'll just be the big 5 strong push towards A. And it's going to be likely the default plant. I do feel like Happy prefers to have that barrier orb up on the box, not between the box and the truck. Allows him to get some leverage and look down into who is trying to push through the smoke. So here comes the smokes, and it's not going to be the execute towards A. They've double backed over towards B.
You know, I honestly didn't even think about it. The French reunion, Ex6 and Happy. Wasn't even like putting 2 and 2 together. There's actually quite a few French players in this game in general, but there's Kryptix getting flushed out of the site. We can talk about that more in just a moment. luckeRRR now getting pushed back towards the elbow and back towards Hall. luckeRRR does deliver a shot, but no, it's not actually a fatal shot. Couldn't even tell if it was a leg shot. pipsoN was the one that got the kill. Happy and pyth both coming in. I love this play from Ex6TenZ, trying to get close to the wall, but look at that! Time runs out! Whoops!
Oh, you hate to see it. It feels so bittersweet. There were still 3 attackers left. They likely could have gotten that spike down, but unfortunately for them, it is another round on the board here for Team Ex6TenZ. Round number 10 as we move on in this first half. Only 3 more remain, including this one. Economy looking quite good still here for Team Taimou, but Ex6TenZ, another loss could mean deadly things for their economy. pipsoN has to spend it all this round just to keep things competitive with his team. Let's see how they end up doing here. As Taimou, not having that operator, only has a classic. Could be a rough round for the offense.
Smoke's down.
Ex6TenZ getting aggressive in the showers, puts the smokes down. Not gonna go for that orb pickup. The bullets pouring through the wall to the right and to the left, but not quite on the money. No damage dealt here.
Prepare for hell.
Deep molly coming out. I like that ult too. You see that? The ult and the molly on the back end. So if they try to run away, they run into the molly. If they try to run forwards, they run right into their sights. Really well played execution there by the Brim here on Team Taimou. That would be Taimou himself. They're starting to move up and get closer towards the site. They've got players to contend with in U-Haul. Ex6TenZ still hasn't used that orbital strike, so he's holding on to it, waiting for this very moment. The orbital strike comes out. Damage dealt, but no kills coming off of that. There's the neural theft as well. So the Cypher is going to spot out the positions. They're still set up in defense. The spike has not yet been planted, just finally touching pay dirt. It'll be 4-on-3 in the retake with all players already on the site. The showstopper pop. Down goes pipsoN. Counter neural theft now coming out from the attack. That gives away the 2 positions of the remaining players, luckeRRR and Kryptix, trying to make it work, and luckeRRR now is going to have to back off. Takes the shot, the fadeaway, but it's going to be the round here for Team Taimou, number 7 going on the scoreboard.
Wow, what a close round there. Team Ex6TenZ, I feel like one of their biggest weaknesses that we've kind of seen pan out here in the first half is their retakes are not coordinated, do not work out quite well for them. Of course, have won a couple of rounds. luckeRRR here trying to keep things a little bit more expensive for Team Taimou, taking out the man, the myth, the captain himself. They're still trying to hunt him down ever so slightly. But moving on into the second half, quite shortly, Team Ex6TenZ won't have to worry about those retakes because they will be the ones that are attacking. They're the ones that are trying to push through. But if they struggle pushing forward back onto a site that is not theirs, how can we know if their attacker side will be strong if they can't push in at all? We'll have to see how that pans out, as we are still a couple of rounds away.
I have to correct myself as well. Calling Ex6TenZ French, it's easy to forget that throughout his years playing with French rosters, he's actually Belgian, much like Scream, playing with those French rosters, much like David P, who does the same. So that's on me. Apologies for that. AmandiiNee, the other French player currently in the game, on top of the APC, had a nade pulled and prepped, but the in-game leader, the legendary IGL from CS and CS Source, taken out over in that A side, getting aggressive in the showers. AmandiiNee's going to pop the paint shells towards the showers. Good damage being dealt to the Cypher, who's going to get healed up promptly by the Sage. They do have the res ready as well, so if they lose a battle early on the site, they'll be able to turn things back around. Deep rocket coming out from AmandiiNee. No connect on that rocket. But again, there was a lot of action early on, a lot of skills being popped back and forth, but then it's gone quiet as the attackers have fallen back out of the showers and regrouped towards short.
Sometimes the scariest thing about fear is actually just fear itself. Striking fear into the hearts of Team Ex6TenZ, just waiting. When are Team Taimou going to hit and biding their time exactly when they look to do so? So far, still looking towards A. The executes are likely going to come soon once you see those smokes drop down. In position is the Sage player, waiting towards showers to try to get a little bit of a better look at Happy. Kryptix going to find one early and back away safely, not even losing any HP. Now it is the spike that is looking to try to go down. Still the truck that is on the par here. Happy's going to find one with the flank, and he's going to make things very difficult there for the offense. Still one more. The boost up. It's not good, as pipsoN will take him down. Now still 2 members remain. luckeRRR has now joined the fray. He's got the operator in hand. A couple of members now already in their post-plant positions. The jump peek on screen, going to spot it out. The shot won't connect as he dodges it. And now on screen will take him down. All up to 1 final member. It's pipsoN. 1 is good. 2 and the 3rd. Still 1 more member remains. It's soulcas up in U-Haul. Around the ring he goes. And a round 1 here for Team Taimou.
Timing was everything there towards the end as soulcas was coming around from the backside of the truck and was finally, you're seeing that turnaround from pipsoN, like, okay, he's probably flanking me, and that's exactly what was going on. But unfortunately, in that circumstance, soulcas was just 2 steps ahead. Happy 13-7, 9-7 from Pit, 9-9 for Kryptix on the opposite end. luckeRRR going to the Bucky here, 7-8. The bye coming in for the final round of the first half, obviously less than stellar. The performance thus far from Team Ex6TenZ on the defense not matching what we saw in the previous series, as Team Taimou looked very strong. And again, we talked about it coming into this series. Team Taimou had a very powerful roster, and it's showing right here.
So far, so good for the start of the round. Now looking towards B. They've had a couple of A hits throughout the past 11. So for this one, number 12 looking towards B to try to shake things up a little bit. Lucker waiting on the other side with a Bucky. The shot's good. It's going to be the right click, waiting for the barrier orb, but gets a face full of lead from Taimou. The operator shot is clean. pipsoN trying to get the job done with the Hunter's Fury, and to great succession he does, but at what cost? Already his teammates are starting to fall all around. Taimou grabs the portal, and now the rotate's called towards A. There's 2 members remaining, and they have to retake the site.
Yeah. pyth is going to spot both players coming in through spawn. Make the call out to the team. Taimou's going to set up with the operator. Easy shot onto pipsoN. There's one more in heaven. Flicks off the mark. So now it results in a one-on-one. And the raise was low. soulcas gets domed by Kryptix, who gets a 4th round that Team Existence desperately needed coming into the second half.
Yeah, that's one way to move on the momentum to the second. It's to finish with a dub. 8-4 is your scoreline. Team Taimou 4 rounds ahead, but can easily be caught up by Team Existence, especially if that pistol round starts off hot. Let's have a quick look at that replay. Taimou gets the first, looks for the second, tries to look up. The flick, like you said, not going to be enough. And then sneezes on soulcas. The headshot's going to be crispy, clean. Moving on to this first round of the second half. Pistols across the board. Going to be spicy, going to be volatile, but the winner likely going to start the momentum of the second half.
It was hard to tell in the round, but it looks like he did get hit, tagged through the wall by the operator there, down to 37. But I don't think so. No, he was low coming into it, so somehow that was a miss. I'm really confused. It seems like that was dead on, but that final shot towards soulcas was just dirty. 8-4. We kick off in the pistol, and we see Existence's squad finding luck in the way of luckeRRR on the site. They're making their way through the showers. luckeRRR's picked off 2. The defense already thinned down to 3. You've got Happy now pulling over and stopping inside the U-Haul. The bomb buddy's going to give away the position. The molly is there. The recon dart is down. Happy is in a really tight spot, needs some assistance. There's the bomb buddy kill coming out for soulcas there. The heal in response to the satchel damage received by Happy. Shotgun following up behind the pistol. Watch out now. It's the shorty delivering a blow. But at that point, it's down to just 2 here. Great damage coming out yet again. Somehow, pyth has survived. pyth has brought it down to a 2-on-2. The remaining 2 members, though, so low on HP. The Rays, now all that's left standing, soulcas, just around 10 HP. Eventually, Team Existence closed things out. They were down with a deficit in bind the last time around. Are we going to see the comeback again for a victory?
Super close there. I like pyth's thinking. Drops the shorty, picks up the ghost. Unfortunately, turns into a ghost himself. Having a quick look at that replay to see how his fast thinking gets the job done. First shot, it's clean on AmandiiNee, and then swapping to the ghost, gets that frag. Unfortunately, not meant to be for the rest of the round. First one going to be going over to Team Existence, and now they'll have a couple of SMGs, and yes, that means you, Mr. Bulldog. And they'll be looking to take another round cleanly, unless Team Taimou have something to say about it.
Existence spotted by the arrow initially, the recon dart giving away positions. Full stack towards the A site, not surprised, seen that before. In fact, solid in the first half by Team Existence on their second round after losing pistol. Shock dart goes in right in front of pyth. pyth's going to get dropped down to low HP. The Sova now rotating in. The Rays joining them. luckeRRR still lurking over on the A site, but they haven't committed. The Spike's actually back in mid. So I think what they're going to do is probably just rotate out off of the intel they're going to get from luckeRRR here over on the A site, but they're still pretty heavily committed towards B, which is the interesting side. They have not pushed out into site. They haven't really done much of anything as of yet. Camera was down and spotted, so the Cypher is somewhere nearby and they know it. Kryptix does at least dispatch of on-screen. But now they've finally made it onto the site. There's the dual back lane, back towards the elbow between Kryptix and the Cypher on the other side. pyth. Happy gets one coming through from the portal, but AmandiiNee is going to put a satchel right in Happy's face. 4 players survive for Team Existence. Solid round following up the pistol round success.
Yeah, so even though they are probably on the docket to lose this upcoming round, considering how much weaponry Team Taimou have prepared for the upcoming round, we are seeing some adaptations from Team Existence. They've got their own Phantoms in play, which actually is very surprising considering that third round can end up being very expensive. But 2 in play means that they can at least have a little bit more of a fighting chance, but in the upcoming round, they hope to have a little bit more of a better economy. Team Taimou, of course, want to continue their lead and are hoping to do so with the weapons advantage.
Deploying drone.
Owl goes in towards Hookah, spots Happy out. Happy's going to dive out of that quickly, getting out of the way
Shock dart.
in the event of an impending attack. Right now, pipsoN currently just hanging out over here. Those shock darts actually can be a massive pain playing Cypher on the B site. Taking out traps, taking out cams. It can be difficult to deal with. And it's kind of like what it appears we were seeing there is the counterplay, taking away that utility from the Cypher. The push, though, is going to be going over towards the A site. They take way too long to take care of that dart, so a lot of pings coming off the back of that dart, as I believe 2 players were spotted off that first pulse coming out from the recon dart. Smokes go down. There's the recon dart backside. That's going to do the same thing here for the attack as Kryptix leads the push into the site. Happy boosting up over the APC. Only gets 2, but 2 might be enough. It's forced it down to 3-on-3. Taimou is still here inside U-Haul. Peeks out.
Nice.
Will get beaten by the Bulldog of Existence. Nade and Satchel coming out. Does a little bit of damage there on the site, but they still haven't stopped the plant. Another Satchel coming in. The Brim is low on HP, but the spike has been planted.
Yeah, now down to the 3v2. It's still Team Taimou that have to get back into the swing of things and take down these remaining members of the spike sticking. And they have not a lot of time left on the clock. The first kill going to go over to the team captain, and now it's all up to soulcas. Can he get the job done? The pre-fire spray through the box was clean, but does not take out the opponent on the other side. Now swinging around the corner, headshot is clean, still 2 members remain, and that spike is ticking. 1 more will come through, still now down to the 1v1. The continuous fake is going to cost soulcas a lot, and I don't think he's got enough time now to defuse the spike. Gonna try to take out that last and final member. Not really sure what he's doing, but does not have enough time anymore. Has to jump through the connector, and a round going over to Team Existence, but a costly one at that.
The nade pull. I mean, it was really well played. Just time was a problem there. So soulcas is going to be coming into the next round with a rifle. The rest of the team going to be on pistols. Again, this is exactly what we saw from Existence in the last map when they played Bind in their previous series. The only difference was the sides were flipped. They had a rough attacking side, and then they played well on defense. This time they didn't play as great on defense, and now they're starting to pick things up on attack. Again, there's still plenty of game left to be played, but they have a very likely chance of tying the game up here, as their opponents are on this very uncomfortable eco. The Owl is going in towards B, going to spot the Cypher back sight. The Cypher does jump and try to dodge that as best as possible. luckeRRR lurking! Catches 3 on the short push. There's still 1 over on the A site. The Cypher trying to get close, dodging at least whatever is coming their way for the time being, but with the dart down, the round is over at this point. On screen, the only one that remains coming through now from the port. There's 1 coming from backside towards spawn, and there was 1 actually even flanking through the port on the other side. The Sage was there. Really strong play from luckeRRR here on the lurk. Just lines him up. 1, 2, 3. Not much can be done.
Battle of the Sages here. luckeRRR at the tippity top, having a quick look at the leaderboards just to see where the economy is going to take us in this upcoming round. Happy and luckeRRR back and forth, frag after frag. Of course, Kryptix at the top for his team, but now the weaponry is online. Back into the swing of things for Team Taimou, but unfortunately for them, the score is tied up, and now the rounds mean way so much more for Team Existence. They can start off the first map of the series with a win, but they need to continue pushing and continue working hard as they have. Oh,
I love
nice
that
from
play.
Happy. Oof.
So well read. Happy knows the Owl is right around the corner based on the path it took, and just quickly punishes. Well played. Quiet. Oh, so quiet. soulcas ends up capping off the 3K there. The ult got things started. As we find ourselves on 9-8, look at this. Happy sees that owl comes out and quickly just runs around. Doesn't even bother with the owl drone. Just runs right past it. Really well played. And it ends up benefiting Team Taimou in the end. Team Existence now down 1 round. Looking at the scoreboard yet again, Happy 17-12. soulcas goes for the satchel boost. Didn't really work out so well. Instead just gets blasted. Not really sure what the plan was there, but didn't get on top of it the way that was necessary.
Yeah.
We are going to have operators in both sides, though.
Still, Team Taimou have the round lead, but may not be for long. Again, the same thing. Owl drone pushes forward. Could have probably done the same swing, but there are 2 other members on the opposite side. Definitely did not want to have a face full of lead. soulcas gonna find team captain Existence, and now that'll open things up here for the defense. Still gonna try to hold on to the 3v5. It is up to now the offense to decide where they want to go. Of course, they've got the weapons to play. Still very doable for them. The jiggle peek gonna come through. It's gonna pay off in dividends for luckeRRR as he's gonna find one. Still looking for the resurrection. And now the orbital strike going to be pasta a la GG with the sauce on the side. Taimou gonna find one, but it's quickly traded back from pipsoN. He's gonna find 2. Up to the 2v2 now. Not something I expected with that orbital strike, but it's gonna be up to Team Taimou to figure out where is this spike going.
Just getting news, by the way, from our production about the status of our other match. We'll talk about that in just a moment as we're down to a 1-on-2. You've got Kryptix on the site with the spike. 19 seconds left, at least a little bit of time to play with that clock. Gonna have to stick the plant in a moment here, and is gonna do so. Back behind the default box in that default position. Shot pours through the box, not where it needs to be. Kryptix trying to find a better angle, trying to find a better position. The molly goes out, and it doesn't really do too much because Kryptix is able to dodge that one, but there's a flank coming through, and I don't think Kryptix is going to be prepared for this one. Hit on the backside of the plate. Sup. As he goes to throw down the utility, trying to put a cam over in the showers. Pit arrives just in time, and we are going to have double digits here for Team Taimou. Talking about the game off stream, Team Isaac and Team Angel in the first map of their series went from 1-10 to 13-10. A huge comeback from Team Isaac. Unreal.
I think that is also off of the back of Team Angel having a substitute in place of Artis. Unfortunately, issues continuing to plague him. Not exactly sure who the substitute is because we haven't really been covering that side of after the game that we casted to initially start us off, but can be quite difficult once your substitute starts to be in play. You're already used to be, you know, feeling comfortable with your team, and then all of a sudden ripped from the threads. Looking at this round though, Team Taimou got a 4-stack towards A lot of resources spent, and it's the Pit Cypher anchor on the site. Let's see how he holds it off.
Pit already sending some shots down, pouring bullets through the wall. AmandiiNee falls. soulcas with a nade to deliver some backup. Early damage right now favoring Team Taimou, as you have even a third player who's heavily scratched up. That's the Brim on the backside of the play. That's Existence, the in-game leader, we assume. Based on his time as an IGL and CS, it seems unlikely that the man who's team captain wouldn't be calling the shots. Pit back behind the boxes. Doesn't have to do anything. Happy's here and delivering support. Kryptix will fall on the attempted peek. Wall's going to go up. Not surprised to see Happy on top of it. Consistently using these walls as a benefit for his own personal gain. It's going to be 11 rounds now for Team Taimou as they shut out Team Existence. A flawless round at the tail end of this first map.
Yeah, what a performance to come back in this second half. It was Team Existence keeping things a little bit more competitive, but once Team Taimou found the swing of things that they needed to keep pushing on, and we kind of saw that in the best of 3 that we got to see in the tail end, how Team Taimou play. Just when you think they're knocked down, they can get back up again, and do so with such a solid roster. Happy leading in the leaderboards for his team. I feel like we could have predicted that with ease. He's been playing phenomenal throughout this tournament so far.
I mean, he was the player we were most excited to see. We just haven't really gotten a proper taste of his play. And right now, he's delivering a 4-course meal. I love what we're seeing from Happy,
Enemy tag.
and I want to see more. On screen, sends the owl into the showers. Oh, this ult could be problematic. Look how they're clumping up. They're all grouping up over here. One more shot out. No fatalities right now on the side of Team Existence, but a lot of damage dealt, at least to 2. They've got the Raze and the Cypher low on HP. Shock Dart goes in to finish off the damage. Another one from on screen, and that was actually a full HP player, so this is really falling apart here for Team Existence. This attempt to go towards the A site. Look at the boost over the wall. Not surprised at all to see that from Happy. The spike is down, and Existence is alone. The ult might be available, but it's a 1-on-4, a 12th round coming in here for Team Taimou, as we do see Existence taking down a French CS counterpart.
Got the spike.
As Happy gets aggressive in the showers, trying to end the round faster than maybe he needed to.
Yeah, Barrier Orb gonna fall here. One gonna be around the corner, checks Heaven, but does not check behind the tower. On screen, plays a little bit more forward, gets the frag, and now we are map point for Team Taimou. Of course, the weaponry is going to be back online for Team Existence, but that was a rough round to swallow, even if it was just an eco. I don't really think they would ever push us 5 in a full gun round, but still very difficult on screen with the utility as well as the Raze. You're not making it through.
I mean, the Owl Drone tags the Raze, and then the ult gets popped. There was multiple targets. It was a target-rich environment around that corner, so not exactly the strongest start here for Taimou, who goes for the aggressive operator peek, ends up dying. The ult, multiple ults going down on top of him. They don't want him to escape. There's no way we're letting you get that player back into play. AmandiiNee also dropping on screen. Happy is behind the box in mid and has managed to survive for the time being. Deep nade going out on short might do some damage as there are players moving up, but it's actually Kryptix who drops Happy. You may have thought this game was over, but it looks like anything but. 5 players still alive as only 1 remains on the other side. Team Taimou struggling to close out the game here.
It's all up to pyth now. He's got the Phantom in his hand, but unfortunately the rest of his team laying by the wayside. Gonna be a couple of members spread out across the A site, and he's gonna look at 1, take down pipsoN, an expensive kill, but still he's got 4 more to go if he's gonna try to clutch things out here. Gonna be making his way through the vent. No one there on the other side, and slowly making his way through. Everyone has been kind of positioned around U-Haul and in the back of sight, but as the spike has been ticking down ever so slightly, he needs to be a little bit more careful. It's getting closer and closer, but he wants to try to take things away with a couple of exit frags. He's playing up, he's going to take that shot, going to take out Existence, and now go through connector. One might be waiting on the other side, so he needs to be a little bit more careful. But he'll survive with 2 quick kills, and I think that's about as good as it's going to get, and I'd be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, also goes back and picks up the operator for Taimou. That was the whole purpose of going through that portal and continuing to peek. Could have just stayed in port if the intention was to survive, but the intention was to go back and grab that operator. Really solid round coming out from Team Existence here. Took him a while, though, to find that round. Happy currently 20 and 15, 19 and 14 for Kryptix. We talked about the battle between luckeRRR with that op and Taimou with the op on the other side. Doesn't feel like we've seen it too frequently, but we move on. The rounds continue to pile up here as we get closer and closer to a potential conclusion in regulation. We could be going to OT. Team Existence could find something here that just works for them, run it 3 times in a row and force us to overtime. And that would be very exciting. We had an overtime match yesterday, and it was amazing. The final round even came down to a 1v1 in overtime as well to force a 3rd map. You've got the op here from Taimou positioned over in B, holding this crack shot angle right around the corner.
Oh.
Nice shot. Great timing coming in from Taimou.
Yeah, now the rest of the team have to figure out what are they going to do. Taimou now getting into a little bit more of a closer position. The flick's not going to connect. It's Existence that takes him down still. 2 defensive members are waiting. One going to be in the toucan, gets caught by the tripwire, and AmandiiNee pays with the price of her life, but pyth will fall as well. A worthy trade now, the 3v3. Was it worth it in the end? Existence still trying to push in towards the site. The spike will go down, and guess what? It's happy time. The boost is good. 1 will come through. It's just looking like pandemonium, and they will win map number 1 over Team Existence.
Happy, man, with those aggressive walls. We've seen it time and time again from Happy. He loves